Guys, after the Northwestern game, Coach Holman talked about you just flat out needed to be better. Tonight seemed like it was better, but maybe not good enough. How do you go from better to good enough?
Just being everyday guys. I think we've seen an improvement in our practices. We just had a high level of urgency going into the game, but I feel like there's another level to where we got to be in order for us to achieve our goals. I think we still got a great opportunity to be able to make a really good push for the rest of the season. So, like I said, just being everyday guys, and me and Evan being kind of older guys as sophomores, we got to be able to be that for the rest of the team.
And what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Rod. I think also goes along with just locking into a lot of things we need to focus on defensively today. I know we weren't our best at all, so it's just really getting better at those things that can really push us over that edge and get us back where we need to be.
Roddy, you were obviously here for the struggles last year, and you know what this feels like. Does this feel like last year at this point?
Absolutely not. I feel like we got incredible guys in our locker room, which makes it not like as bad as it seems. But I feel like everybody hopes are up. Everybody brings the same energy and effort into practices and everyday guys. So I feel like this is not the same as last year. I feel like we, are much more invested, and we have the capability to be able to go and win.
I think along with that, like with my team last year, I know we went on a stretch where we weren't winning as many games, but I think we have that same feel where we just this team does, where everybody's coming to work every single day, like ready to give their all every single time they're on the court. So I think we're really good in that mentality. That just resembles. I felt that really some of the team we had last year in a way, because everybody came to work ready to get better.
This one's for both of you. We'll start with Evan. You guys have both talked about how defense was such an emphasis going into the season. And you talked about like the top teams are always high level defensively.
Yeah.
What has been so challenging in this stretch defensively, and where can you guys get better in that regard?
Honestly, I think it's just a lot of our details on that end. I think we go into the game with really good game plans. I think we execute them for stretches of the game, but just being able to do it consistently every single time down the floor. And I think like every single game we go in ready, go in prepared, knowing what we got to do. And like I said, we do it, but we just have to be able to do it every single time and make it a habit in everything, no matter if we're tired or not.
And what do you say, Roddy?
I agree with Evan. We just got to learn that some days people have great games. We got to learn how to adjust to that. Like Evan said, coaches draw up an amazing scout and game plan for the game, and we just got to do a better job of executing.
Yeah. And then as far as searching for confidence goes, that's something that Bruce talked about after the Northwestern game. Roddy, do you feel like you're getting that back? It seemed like today you were more confident shooting the ball.
Absolutely. And I want to give thanks to my teammates. They told me that, just shoot the next one. And just having that kind of support on staff and, in that locker room, it's an amazing feeling.
And then you said you guys had to be better defensively. You said you need to be more consistent defensively. I know you haven't had a chance to go watch film or anything like that, but just initial reactions, like what do you think you guys could have done better today? What are you thinking about right now on the defensive end? What could you have done better today?
My initial reaction, I think transition. I feel like we gave a lot of buckets there, just them getting out and pushing it. We knew that going into the game. Our rebounding as well. I feel like we had some really good opportunities to get that stop when we were on a pretty good run, but we just didn't get that rebound. I feel like those two are really main things, and some of our switching wasn't the best too. I know they got a couple open looks, but they're all things we can get better at, all things that we can fix.
I just got Illinois is a great team. Like they're not ranked in the top 25 for no reason. Especially with Shannon back, he excels in transition, so that's where he was able to eat. I feel like we should have done a better job of building walls against him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of hard when the kids coming 25 miles per hour at you. So, like Evan said, there's things we can correct. We can be better at. They are a terrific, offensive rebounding team. So we knew that was a challenge going into the game. So I think next game we'll be much better.
Yep.
After you guys struggled a little bit offensively at Northwestern, you come out tonight, score 75, turn the ball over, shoot 50%. Like, even if you didn't win the game, do you feel like you made strides offensively, like getting better looks today versus last week?
Definitely an improvement, but like Coach said, 70+ points is enough to win the game, but you know, letting up 85 or 80, whatever, is way too much. We gotta really hang our head on the defensive end, and you know, offense will obviously come.
For either of you, or both of you, I guess, you're talking about improvements, you're talking about staying confident and things, and guys have said this throughout this stretch. Where is the frustration level when you know you're improving, you're seeing that in practice, you're seeing it in games, but maybe it's not affecting results the way you guys would?
I think everybody on our team just wants to win so bad, and we got everybody doing whatever they can in their power to be able to, you know, win. But we're just not getting the results we want. I feel like we put ourselves in the positions to be able to, you know, make a play. Like, you know, we had like an 8, cut it to 8-point deficit, and I feel like we had a chance to be able to go and get it. So we put ourselves in that position, but we just fell short.
Yeah, I think along with that, obviously people we're all be a little frustrated, but at the same time, I feel like we're all looking at it on the positive end. I think we see our improvements each day. We see ourselves coming to work at practice each day. So obviously, you might be a little down, but you can't be down for long because we got a game where we're going to Iowa here soon. So it's like nobody is hanging their head. Everybody's like, all right, like we're looking at it, seeing we can get better, going to the next with even more effort, more energy.
I know you want to stay focused on where you're at most of the time here, but you know, as you kind of look ahead here, getting to 20 wins feels like, you know, a threshold to try and make the NCAA tournament. And, you guys have some more tough games ahead. I mean, to get to 20 and you win 7 of the last 10 here, does that sense of urgency weigh on you at all, or how maybe do you not let it affect you if not?
One game at a time, one practice at a time, one possession at a time. Honestly, it's easy to get caught up in what we need to do to be able to be, you know, in the tournament. But that's what stumbles teams, in my opinion. Yes, it's a level of urgency, but you know, it's just motivation for us to be better. Just coming in practice every day and be able to correct ourselves on days like today. Being able to, you know, rebound the ball much better. Being able to stop a guy one-on-one. I think is as much an improvement that we need to make. So, you know, games like this is blessings because we get to learn. We just have to learn a lesson.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Where do you feel your communication is at as a defense? I felt like there were some lapses that led to some open shots in that area, maybe a ball or two being left.
Yeah, I think especially with some of their ghosts and slip outs, we gave up a couple of those, and just I think it happens pretty quick in the game. I know me and Roddy had one where I might have said stay, and you might have thought we were switching, but I mean that happens within the game. So it's just being able to go back and just be like, all right, like well, we might see this again. So next time, like when he's not that close, I'm gonna try to tell you to stay. But if anything, I'm gonna try to get him closer to Rod, so my man closer to Rod's figure, so that it's switched, no hesitation. So I think like things like that are correctable. I think they're good, like he said, they're good to learn now with a team like this that slips out.
Last one for me is for you, Evan. Just you received some good news here recently with your dad, and I mean, just talk about the inspiration. I know he's off his ventilator now and talking to people, and you know, he received the heart transplant successfully and all that.
Yeah, it's really exciting to have my dad just knowing that he can watch the games a little more now. It makes me really happy. I was able to talk to him a little bit before the game. And it's just like, yeah, like that's why I do it, my family. So being able to hear his voice really made me smile.
Right, I just wonder like where are you kind of like from a mental point right now? Like after what you've kind of been through, what the team has been through, I mean, like you said, you still have confidence in where things are going, but just like what is your vibe coming out of a game like this? Where again, you played better collectively, individually, but it's still a third straight loss, 6 and 7. You know, where are you just kind of in your heart right now?
Going through last year kind of put me in a point of view where, you know, that feeling, you don't want to feel that no more. So I feel like it was a big responsibility for me to be able to you know, steer the other people from not, you know, feeling that same way. So I feel like mentally, like I'm locked in. Like I'll do whatever it takes to be able to not feel that same pain that I did last year. So just trying to, especially the freshmen, trying to get into their heads like everything's gonna be all right, don't worry. And also trying to tell them like it's a sense of urgency that we need to be better. We need to have more energy and effort. So that's just where I'm at right now.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.